Hiya, and welcome back to Sileo Tales of a New Dawn, the game that teaches us that the pizza box! Just the pizza box! The pizza box! Anyways, let's just hop right in. I think my saves still work. Wow. It should not be loading there. It should be. Where's the thing? I think I need to load this. What about the pizza box? You weren't there. You weren't there. So it was like still the first year. It was like early in what I did on Twitch. It was early. It was my early Twitch days as Theta Dog. Sileo Tales of a New Dawn. Okay. Sileo Tales of a New Dawn was the fifth game that we played. I lost count of the amount of times that I have seen Diego, one of the love interests, cover up his crotch with a fucking pizza box. Twice. Twice! He hid his penis behind a pizza box. You can... I lost count. I genuinely lost count of the amount of times that I've seen that. I think twice. I'm pretty sure it happened twice. And now, let's actually get into the update. Ty's quality shampoos made quick work of my formerly crunchy fur. Leaving it soft and fuzzy as it ought to be. Afterward, I donned a fresh set of clothes before finally setting out on my journey. His fur scrunkly. Swear to God, if I see Ty, I am going to scream. It wasn't long before I emerged from the store clutching a small cardboard box, within which were the spark plugs Ty had requested. I peered nervously at the label consisting of little but automotive jargon. I could only hope that the unmotivated store clerk had given me the correct ones. Stowing the box tightly in one pants pocket, I then retrieved my phone from the other in order to check the time. Huh, it's past noon already? Scratching my chin, I considered that an extensive sleep and following such an action-packed day didn't seem all that unreasonable. We're in Ty's route, especially once you'd considered the high-energy finale. Recalling Ty's words, it seemed as though I had a good couple of hours to burn while he worked on the motorcycle, and with my severe lack of mechanical know-how, I could only get in his way. With that in mind, I pondered just how I might fill that time. Considering the hour and my lack of breakfast, the mall seemed like a perfect first destination, and knowing Woodcrest, I had little doubt I'd run into some familiar faces sooner or later. And as luck would have it, Sooner was dead right. A short distance ahead, I recognized two sizable men emerging from what appeared to be, Lucas? Rue? Fancy seeing you guys together coming out of a police station. G'day, Cobber. Bloody Ripper day we're having, eh? Hiya. Hello, Aiden. Is everything okay? You guys aren't in trouble or anything, right? Yeah, nah, she'll be right, mate. Coppers just wanted a statement. You know, after all, Glenn lost the bloody plot. There was an incident last night. Concerning Glenn, right? Right. But don't worry. Everything worked out well for us. I don't know. Too bloody right, mate. Well, is an understatement, I reckon. Oh, really? Now that sounds like the start of a great story. Not particular. There's nothing much to... Hey, she's a yarn for the bloody ages, mate. An absolute beaut. Well, come on then, let's hear it. Bonza, knew you'd want the goss, so right. Glenn goes running from the gig with his wee tail stuck between his stumpy little legs. Bonza, knew you'd want the goss, so right. Glenn goes running from the gig with his wee tail stuck between his stumpy little legs. So this fella here and me, we give chase, and we're hot on his heels, and then... Not quite. Rue was, yes, but I fell behind. Huh? Really? Why's that? Hooves. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Lucky for me, though, these chiseled thighs aren't just for show. I can go like the bloody clappers when I've gotta. I don't understand half this. I don't understand half this, what he's saying. I don't understand it. Hang on. Because like I'm pretty sure that this is Australian slang. I'm from the United States, so I don't get it. So I'm just gonna the clappers, British slang. Very fast. It means very fast. So he's literally saying, lucky for me, these chiseled thighs aren't just for show. I can go like the bloody very fast when I've gotta. Which I'm pretty sure bloody means fucking, so... Glenn was running his little heart out, though, and I was only jogging. Figured I'd get the bucker knackered before I'd slap some bloody sense into him. So after a wee while, he's totally stuffed. Was worried he'd cark it then. And there go into the bloody cardiac arrest or something. But nah, after a bit, the bloody bogan twirls round to face the music. Hi, bitch. Fucking persistent prick. Oh, come on, mate. Ain't nothing like a light jog during the evening, don't you reckon? What? So, like, I went along with old mate Glenn to the gym a couple of times, yeah? A couple too many, if you ask me. Anyway, something I noticed was that the stinky idiot only ever did weights. Never once saw him doing any cardio, and it bloody shows, mate. He was bugging, I'd barely worked up a sweat. Aw, mate, you look knackered. Stopping for a breather, eh? Shut it or wipe that smug fucking grin from your stupid face myself. Ooh, careful, mate. You'll get my hopes up. Haven't you noticed? You ain't got no backup. Think you can take me all on your own? Aw, she'll be right, mate. Don't reckon I'll need any backup anyhow. Hey, how's this? I'll let you have the first strike. It's a freebie, mate. Big mistake. So before I know it, he's coming at me flat out. Now, this might not shock you, but Ro and me, we didn't fart about making small talk with the idiot, nor had he ever seen me caught up in a scrap. Because if he had, he'd known to keep running. Now, old mate Glenn was always was all meat, no finesse. Idiot never learned to fight. Always counted on having bigger guns. Me though, well, fighting him would be like fighting a pair of wee ankle biters. Hey, cut it out. Hey, cut it out with the stink eye. All I'm saying is I'm not all dumb muscle, yeah? Strength is good for bugger, all if you have no clue how to wield it. And you're shit out of luck against an opponent who can turn it against you. Like me. Another miss. Each of his punches came with a massive bloody tail that gave me heaps of time to slide out of the way. An assault charge was the last bloody thing I was after. I wasn't going to lay a finger on him, Struth, but I was going to wear him down and wind him up. Nothing would piss him off more than swinging at the air for a wee while. Yeah! Yeah! Doing alright there, mate? Need a breather? Fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Now let me tell you the look in his eyes. Bloody priceless. I could practically see the steam coming from his ears. All good there, Cobber? You slippery fuck! Quit that shit and fight me like a man already! Calm your farm there, mate. No need to throw wobbly. Ah! Hey, look, I'm feeling generous. Come get that freebie, mate. I'll stand dead still. Promise. By this point, he was clearly losing the plot a bit. He watched me through narrowed eyes for a bit, and I kept my word, not moving an inch. And eventually, he worked up the courage to take another swing. Get fucked. Oh my... Fuck! And then to my shock, he just tripped. He didn't just trip. Sure he didn't, mate. I don't know what you're on about. You tripped him with your tail. He tripped himself, mate. Not my fault he didn't see it there. I swear, that's like the equivalent of he died of natural causes. You pushed him off of a building. Gravity is natural. Quite frankly, I think the silly bloody bogan might need glasses to know how he didn't see it, considering it was right in front of him. Oops. Sorry about that, alright down there, mate? Glenn? Mate? There you are. Finally, I admit, it looked pretty bad. What the hell did you do? Mate, would you believe me if I said nothing? Nothing? He's unconscious and bleeding! Oh, don't be... Oh, don't be such a drama queen, mate. He ain't bleed... As it would happen, he was, in fact, bleeding. Turns out, clumsy idiot went face first into the pavement. But bloody hell, mate, what's he made of? Paper mache? All he did was trip. You expect me to believe that? Yeah, mate, bloody oath I do. I was just riling him up. Had no idea he'd bloody own goal himself. Lucas sighed, kind of like a disappointed dad. Damn. What the hell are we going to do about this? Calm your jets, mate. She'll be right. It's proper dough around here. Nobody's having a gander. If we can just... Oh, no. I'm just going to turn that up so you can hear it. Fuck. Oh, bloody hell. I smell bacon. Already? Shit. Shit. Crikey, mate, what should we tell him? The truth just sounds like probable cause. I loathe the thought, but maybe Ty still has Rusty's number. I need to step away for a second. I just need to step away for a second. Just... Fuck. God damn. I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. As you know, I called Ty and told him the situation. Rusty and I never saw eye to eye, and I long ago discarded his number. Ty, on the other hand, well, he made that call on my behalf. I appealed to the officers with respect and obedience. Rue turned on the charm. Neither tactic seemed to be doing much good, but thankfully it wouldn't be long before a car would arrive from which a familiar face emerged. Well, howdy, old-timer. It's been a hot... Actually, do I want to give him, like, a southern accent? Do I want to give Rusty a southern accent, or not? Well, howdy, old-timer. It's been a hot minute. Rusty. Up to your neck in shit, and you still ain't pleased to see me. Fair, I suppose. That is going to fuck up my voice. I'm just going to give him a standard southern accent. Because it is going to fuck up my voice if I keep talking like that. Now then, let's sort out this mess. Then I can get back to my half-eaten microwave burrito. Sorry to butt in, mate, but, are you a cop too, or... where are my manners? Chief Rusty Brannigan. Well, former chief, that is. Officially, I'm retired, but there ain't nobody for miles with my kind of tenure. Which is to say, the greenhorns drag me out of retirement here and there. You know, when I'm the only person with certain know-how or some such crap like that. I trained all these folks personally. Hell, trained their bosses too, as a matter of fact. And let me tell you one thing. You boys look an awful lot like unnecessary paperwork. A mongoose dog. It is hell on my voice, and already my throat kind of hurts. My throat kind of hurts already. But granted, that's because I just breathed wrong. I just breathed wrong. Hang on, let me reread that with... I trained all these folks personally. Hell, trained their bosses too. As a matter of fact, and let me tell you one thing. You boys look an awful lot like unnecessary paperwork. Now, Lucas and me, we go back a long ways. He's a cranky old fart, sure, but... Let's not forget you're quite a few years older than me. Never disputed that. Then quit with calling me old. If that's true, what does that make you? Positively ancient. But unlike you, I ain't inclined to get my panties all in a twist about it. Come on now. You're no fun, old-timer. Like I was saying, he's a grumpy old bastard, but he keeps his note. Go back to the voice. Oh, the one that I was doing. Like I was saying, he's a grumpy old bastard, but he keeps his nose clean. But you don't know you. And you don't have to tell me a damn thing if you don't want. But if you work with me, I'll have you both home by dinner time, okay? Like the deep southern voice or the gruff southern voice? Because I can do both. I think. Oh, without an accent. Okay. For all the myriad reasons I had to dislike Rusty, his constant verbal prodding, while incredibly annoying, was in fact one of the less substantial reasons. And sure, I knew he was only teasing, but that sort of thing is usually reserved for one's friends. And we were far, far from being friends. I stood there seething in frustration, my brow twitching involuntarily. Despite everything, Rusty was still our best shot at escaping the sticky situation Rue and I had landed in. And as Rue turned to face me, the look in his eyes sought guidance. We would both likely be better off if we just played ball with Rusty and trusted he was good for his word. And so, I reluctantly offered Rue an affirming nod. Righto then, mate. Appreciate it. Now, let's start with the name. Rue. Really? Huh. Some parents, eh? Yeah, nah, mate. That name's the one I chose. The real thing is much worse. Is that right? Hate to do this to you, but being in a legal situation and all that, I'm gonna need to hear it. Ugh, look, just promise you won't crack up. Yeah? Best if with accent, best not to do rough. No need to do my voice wrong. Yeah. Because earlier this year, I don't know if you know, but earlier this year,
Mongoose.
Earlier this year, I had royally fucked up my voice. I had royally fucked it up. Part of it was being sick, and the other part was I pushed my voice way too hard. And I could barely speak. I sounded awful. My voice, it genuinely hurt to speak. Promise I'll try. Princeton Bartholomew the Third. Heh, ain't that some super fancy bullshit? Oi, you promised you wouldn't bloody laugh. I promised I'd try, and I sure did try. Sure you did, mate. I did, honest. Cross my heart. Well, moving right along then. Now look, I'd usually be asking for a series of events and all that, but as it turns out, I've known Glenn for longer than I'd care to admit. The way I see it, he got what was coming to him. Is this reverse psychology? Are you trying to coax a confession out of me? Confession? Relax. I ain't even accused you of nothing. I'm just gonna give him a southern accent. I cannot do the gruff accent all night. I can't. Look, it's obvious you don't trust me. I get that. Believe me, I'm used to it too. Hell, Lucas here don't care much for me neither, but he trusted me enough to get me involved, and I need you to trust me that I'm here to help. And, just between us, these fine officers are looking for any old excuse to cut the two of you loose anyhow. Eh? What? Why's that? It's like I said, you two, you're just extra paperwork. No offense, it's Glenn they're after. Glenn? But why? Been a warrant out on him since last night. That little stunt he pulled, you know, with that fella everyone's calling blowjob dragon or some shit, that's in breach of a whole bunch of shit. Reckon he'll be behind bars for 10 years for that alone. Maybe more. Fucking oath! Yeah, I did ask that. Yeah. I knew you'd like the sound of that. So, how do you end up taking a dirt nap? You boys get caught up in a tussle with that fastest sack of crap? He assaulted a mate of ours and buggered him up pretty good from what I saw. Lucas and me, we cruised in to break it up, and the bloody drongo bolted on us, so we went after him. Justice! Ah! When I caught up to him, he took a few swings, missed them all, then bloody tripped on me tail, fell first into the concrete. It was lights out straight away, mate. He was buggered. Ha ha ha! Rusty began with a sharp cackle before turning his gaze to Rue's dead serious expression. And once he figured out Rue wasn't making a joke, Rusty began to laugh even harder still. Well, old-timer, can you back that story up? Not exactly. I arrived just after it happened. You know, hooves. Just like all times, you always were a slowpoke. How about this, then? As an upstanding member of society, what do you make of Oi! Rue here. Think he's telling the truth? Do you trust him? I peered across at Rue, and he peered back. His heterochromic eyes gazing truthfully back. A mere few hours ago, I would have answered no, fearing sabotage in service of Glenn himself, but so much had happened since, so much, and now, did I trust him? Yeah, I trust him, and I trust that Glenn was stupid enough to fall and knock himself out, too. Yeah, I'm with you there, old-timer. He always was kind of clumsy, huh? Remember that show where he fell off the PA? Walked like a grandma for at least 3 weeks after that. I remember the PA wasn't properly secured and it tipped. Say, you wouldn't happen to remember which roadie was in charge of those, would you? That was, what, 13, 14 years ago now? No chance I'm going to remember detail like that after so long. Right. Rusty might not have remembered, but I remembered. Clear as day, and I had a feeling Rusty did as well. After all, it was a factor in why we'd fired him, his unreliable attendance aside. Well, if you trust Rue here, I'm trusting you, old-timer. You're both free to go, on one condition. Drop by the station in the morning because a dumbass went and got himself injured. We'll need formal statements on record. Them's the rules, I'm afraid. Don't worry, I'll be there too. And if you're both feeling a touch zesty, you might even clue us in on some of Glenn's activities over the years. Maybe see if we can add a few more years to that sentence, eh? Heh. Tossing stones at the asshole in the sails. I find it hilarious that Rue's just over here wearing sunglasses. Sunglass kangaroo. I find that hilarious. And that's about everything that happened. Gotta say, mate, bloody stoked I didn't have to share stealth with that stinky idiot. Bet he's throwing a bloody mess of tanny at the mo. Hold on. Let me get this straight. He tripped on your tail and knocked himself out? Bloody oath he did. Ain't that fucking funny? I didn't believe it at first, but even the cop said Glenn didn't have a scratch on him, nose aside. I can't believe it. After all that, he just falls over, and that's it? Ain't that a beaut? That's hilarious and so embarrassing for Glenn. Not that he didn't deserve it. Karma is one tough bloody Sheila, mate. Sure is. So, did either of you end up dishing any dirt on Glenn while you were there? Fucking oath we did, mate. Now he's up for an assault charge, among other stuff. At this rate, he'll never be able to afford bail. Honestly, I doubt we'll ever see him again. He'll probably stay behind bars for the rest of his life. After everything is done, he shouldn't even be allowed bail. I agree. I doubt they'll deny it, but we can hope. Gotta wonder what was going through his thick, bloody noggin, eh? What'd he think was gonna happen? Stupid bloody dingus. Total dingus. Good riddance. A mongoose. Well then, after all the excitement, do you guys have any exciting plans, or are you hoping to take it easy for the rest of the day? Got a wee bit blotto with the boys last night. Bloody oceans of grog, mate. Been feeling cronk all morn. These sunnies, they ain't just for show. Oh yeah? A quiet afternoon then? Nah, yeah, mate, defo. Hate to think how the smaller blokes are coping, though. We got bloody shit-faced and then some. Sounds like I missed out on a good time. Too bloody right you did, mate. Oh, well. There's always next time, aye? Haha, yeah, you know what? You're on. Let me know when and where, and I'll be there. Good on you, mate. Looking forward to it. Same goes. So, how about you, Lucas? Did you get everything pulled down at the venue last night? Mostly. Nothing that needs doing today, though. Today we rest. Eric and I will take care of it tomorrow. Lucas? Lucas. Lucas. Oh yeah, I'm turning on the webcam real quick. Lucas. Wipe that fucking smile off your fucking face. I swear to God, I will... I will turn your ears inside out in your eyeballs. There we go. It is ungodly. It is ungodly. Though I imagine in Lucas's route I'll get used to it, but still, it is ungodly. Just you and Eric? What's Dom going to be doing? Dom is, well, he's got a few things happening right now. He's taking a week off. Huh? Really? Come to think of it, he was acting real strange yesterday. What's going on? Not my place to say. Sorry. I I scratched my chin and thought perhaps this was a situation I was better off avoiding entirely, though I admit the curiosity was difficult to ignore. Talking to Dom directly seemed like a bad idea, but it seemed likely that Axel would know. Perhaps I could ask him instead. Dong. What about you, Cobber? And what's that suspicious bulge in your dax, eh? Looking like a bit bloody stoked to see me, I reckon. Hate to disappoint you, but it's just a pack of spark plugs. Ty's repairing his old motorbike and sent me to fetch a set. If you're looking for that sort of compliment, Eric is the one you want. Fucking oath, mate! Little bugger was shouting me grog all night trying to put the moves on. Joke's on him, though. I can handle my booze. He sure bloody can't, though. Only a few brews in, and we got a good gander at Stiffy, and it all went downhill from there. Fuck. Huh? Wait. His what? We blokes a tag, that's for sure. Knows how to have a bloody good time at a piss-up, though. Yeah. Truth be told, Rue might as well have been speaking a whole other language. I could hardly understand a word he'd said. Though from the few words whose meanings I could discern, perhaps ignorance was, in fact, bliss. Well, I'm heading off. It's past Huxley's feeding time, and there'll be hell to pay if I drag this out any longer. Yeah, I'd better pop home for a nap. Sort out this bloody hangover. Can't quite handle him like I used to. Ain't even 30 yet. It gets worse. I don't bloody doubt it, mate. Well, have a good day, you two. You as well. See you. Hooroo. I watched as the two parted ways, each walking in the opposite direction down the street. This left me standing in front of the police station as I considered my next destination. With the Black Claws triumphant and Glenn behind bars, I felt an uncanny sense of finality in the air. I couldn't quite explain it, but somehow now seemed like the perfect time to check in on a few of my friends who had been busy overcoming challenges of their very own. As would happen, I had already decided on the first person I'll check in on and where I'd likely find him. Before I could set off in that direction, a stranger emerged from the police station, someone I had never met, but also someone I already knew somewhat new. Say, kiddo, mind if I ask you a question? Huh? Who? Me? Well, I don't see nobody else around, do you? Yeah, you're right. You just caught me off guard, that's all. Sorry about that, kiddo. Didn't mean to startle you. Yeah, no big deal. So, what did you want to ask me? Do you understand a damn word that comes out of that kangaroo's mouth? Ha! Bits and bobs, I suppose. Most of the time it's enough to piece it all together. There are times, though, when I can't make heads or tails of anything he says. Thank goodness for that. And here I was beginning to think I was losing my marbles. You're Rusty, right? So you've heard about me, eh? Good things, I hope. It's a real mixed bag, if I'm honest. Ha, yeah, that sounds about right. You know, I've heard a bit about you too, Aiden, yeah? That's me. Who's been talking about me, huh? Ty obviously speaks mighty highly of you. Gotta admit, was skeptical at first, but you don't seem like the jerk he usually dates. Like that bird. What was his name? For a moment, I struggled to make sense of Rusty knowing quite so much about Ty's relationship with Apollo. It was only once Rusty finished that thought that the nature of my error became abundantly clear. Flynn? Yeah, that was him. Man, let me tell you, such an asshole. Oh, right. But you seem like a good kid. So take care of Ty, you hear? He's a good feller. He sure is. Don't you worry, he's in good hands. Well, good. Glad to hear it. Anyway, it was good meeting you. I'd best be getting about my day. Stay safe, you hear? No jaywalking. What? Isn't jaywalking legal here? Yeah, well, shit. You know your stuff. Nice one, kiddo. See you around. Good meeting you, too. See ya. With one last distinctive cackle, Rusty began lumbering down the street in the same direction Rue had gone only minutes earlier. And with nothing left to distract me, I turned and began walking in the opposite direction, the same way Lucas had gone. My destination? The Woodcrest Mall, and specifically, the arcade and food court where I suspected I might run into a particular spotted wildcat. Only time will tell. God. Alright, let me check the update notes real quick. Yeah, I'm also bummed about it being over, because this is a fun game. Alright, alright. Serious question. Serious question. Do we want to do the do we want to go ahead and also read the, yeah, we can do that. Do we also want to do the, nah, that's for another day. I'll do that another day. Anyways, actually, yeah, I think I am going to react to memes for a little bit. Yep, I'm going to watch some, like, funny videos, I guess, and try not to laugh the entire time. So I'll do that. So stick around if you want to see that. And if not, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.